Finally, it is that time of the week, the live evictions. This is officially the fourth live eviction, day 28 of the Big Brother Mzansi season 4 2024 edition. And I must tell you, your favorite is on the chopping block and you would not know what is about to happen. So, of course, I'm going to give you the full lowdown from the beginning to the end without wasting your time. All you have to do for me is make sure you subscribe, click on the bell button beside for notification in every post I make. Don't forget to share, comments down below, and also share this video so the more people can get to see it. Now let's get right into the channel. Anyways, into the video. So the show started with Lawrence coming on stage and announcing that this particular eviction is going to be different, unique, outstanding, and people should expect that ships and a lot of things are going to be crumbled. We got to see the housemates. What did he even do? The housemates were called by Big Brother to come and sit for the live eviction. We saw a music interlude where two artists performed. And that was good, right? So, of course, Big Brother gave us a recap of the nominations, of the wager task, of the speed dating, of the task that, you know, one of the housemates won the 5,000 rands, of the of every lowdown basically. And it was now time to start the eviction. So, of course, Lawrence told we needed to see that ships were shaking, friendships were destroyed, because some of these people are actually two-faced. So of course Lawrence went to the ship of Sinaye and Z, and he asked Sinaye that what is your relationship or your friendship with Z, and he said, oh, we're just friends. And then Lawrence asked him, also with Mile, he said yes, just friends. So Lawrence had to go on to ask him, so what was it that you were talking or saying to Mile about Z that she could not handle a real man? I was like, ooh. Literally everybody was shocked, because I cannot remember watching that part. If not, I would have made a video about it. That was crazy. And that's quite nasty to say about somebody you care about. But obviously he doesn't care about her. And then, of course, Lawrence went on to Z, who he asked if she was a player because he doesn't understand what is going on between her, Young Papi, and Sinaye. And in the same light as, Sinaye could not stand for her and say she's someone he cares about and would want to grow a ship in the house with. She also said, oh, they're just friends. And then, Lawrence had to ask her, so you're supposed to be honest with your friends, right? Are you sure you're being honest with these, your friends? She said, yes. And then Lawrence was like, okay, that's good. I'm going to still come back to that. So we're expecting that something is going to happen there. Lawrence then moved to Mile and Papa Ghost, who were, doing their thing behind Lerato's back. According to Lawrence, are you sure, you guys, nothing was being done, in so and so place and all that? People were shocked, including Papa Ghost and Mile. They were all, in shock and saying no. So it's one of two things, because I didn't watch that. It's either Lawrence was being honest or he is instigating a crazy, chaotic whatever between Papa Ghost and Lerato, and then of course he went on to Jareed and he asked Jareed, I don't understand you and this woman. You have a very strong man, no? So what do you have with Els, Mpumi, and Liema? He said, oh, they're just friends. And Lawrence had to ask him, okay, do you have a ship? Were you in a ship? What is it about? And then Jareed said he was in a ship and he still kind of is. And it is with Liema. And then, Lawrence budged him further. He had to respond saying that, he is rather on probation. It's not like it is destroyed. I'm like, this guy knows how to play. Let me tell you something. Yemi Craig crawled so that Jareed could walk, because what in the world? If Yemi Craig played this game during his season of Big Brother Titans, I am so sure he was going to win that show, because what the hell? Oh my God. And then, a whole lot of things happened. And then, Lawrence had to ask him, so what happened last night? Was it a kiss or a fight? Because you told Liema that it was a fight. What was it? And they, of course, Jareed was fidgeting and saying, at this point, I actually do not like you. And I'm like, oops, whatever. So, Lawrence went on to announce that the first person to be saved in tonight's live eviction is Mitch. And I'm like very shocked because I thought he was going to be one of the people to have the least votes. He then went on to Mpumi. He asked Mpumi, what is it exactly about Papa Ghost that you feel disgust to everybody, itches people except Lerato? And, Mpumi started by saying Papa Ghost is a cool person. He is clean. He is matured. He is this and that. She complimented him. Then she went on to say, but the fact that you want things to be done your way, you're not supposed to be always in people's faces. You're not supposed to be authoritative over grown-ups. You're not supposed to exactly want or demand that people's will be bent according to what you want, and that disgusts her. And she's talking for herself. Some other housemates will not want to say it, but she has gotten to the point where she can say things the way they are to her, and she really does not care. But when it comes to Lerato, she just feels that Lerato doesn't want to see it or doesn't want to take it serious, but that is what she sees, and that's how she's going to take it. And then, Lawrence had to announce the first housemate to be evicted from tonight's show, and it is it is Chop Chop. It is Foodie Pale. Pale was the first to be evicted from tonight's show, and she thought she was saved because of the way she was almost excited. The way she realized that she was the one evicted, she was so sad and told nobody to come hug her, nobody to come touch her. I was like, excuse me, bye mama. The housemaid said they were going to miss her food, but it is what it is. Somebody has to be evicted.
Pale, you have 30 seconds to say your goodbye and leave the Big Brother house.
And then Lawrence had to go to Young Papi, whom he asked, what is it basically with you and Z? Is it a relationship or what? And then he also followed the bandwagon. He laughed and said he and Z are just very good friends and they look out for each other, talk and gist and everything. But then Lawrence had to ask him, so what is it that you've been talking about her to people? And I could see Z's face when Lawrence asked that question. He was like, he just casually talks about he doesn't know if Z is actually playing a game or she's being honest. And that's because sometimes he feels that Liema is playing a game on him and Sinai. And that's just how he feels. And all I could say to myself is, after this eviction, since some of you are up for eviction, you're going to see something. Like, she will show you Pepe all the time. She's been nice to you. It's all going to change and it's going to be crazy. Like, I cannot wait to see how it actually turns out. So of course, Lawrence had to invite Pale on stage, and the first twist of this eviction has kicked off, which is called the dagger. Now, of course, they showed Pale her experience on the show, and she was asked why didn't she hug people, and she thought, to put it this way, that she feels some of them are just going to have fake faces of pity and tears and all that, but she'll later find out that these are the people who actually nominated her and got her evicted from the show. And then of course they showed her those, and then they told her the introduction of the dagger. The dagger is for every eviction, people you expected to not have nominated you, when they nominate you, you have the power to punish them for that week. And she said it to the housemate that she's surprised and disappointed that some people would go behind her back, this, that, but she's throwing her dagger at Liema. She thought they were friends, but now she needs to be punished. Liema's punishment is that she's going to carry a shoe as a baby, treat the shoe like a baby, how a parent should treat a newborn baby, for at least 2 days. If she falters, she's going to get a bigger punishment. And then the biggest twist of tonight's eviction is the announcement of the next person that was evicted. Now, Lawrence announced that the next person to be evicted from the Big Brother Mzansi show was Lerato. People were in shock. She kind of like nodded her head as though she understood. She knew what was going to happen. So she went straight to hug Papa Ghost, who kissed her on her cheek. And before they could separate from the hug, Lawrence announced, and Papa Ghost. I literally screamed. People were crazy. People were shocked, both in the audience and in the house. So the both of them left together like a couple with their hands joined. It was funny to see, honestly. But then this was Big Brother's big twist. His big twist was that he prepared a secret cabin for these two to monitor the housemates for a few days before they get back into the show. They are actually not evicted from the Big Brother Mzansi show. So they're going to observe, see how it goes, and see how people react to the eviction. The audience were even asked, are you happy that these two are evicted? They said no before the revelation was done. This is crazy. I cannot wait to bring you all the details of what happened later tonight. This eviction is mind-blowing.